So I've never been a smash the patriarchy person, more in favor of like dismantle it completely and or build something completely outside of the patriarchy because it's completely irrelevant and it was actually structured and built purposefully, intentionally to be the way that it is. So there is no like, oh, something went wrong and now it needs to be smashed. No, they planned it this way. It literally was built from the ground up, planted as a seed that will have this patriarchal society, and here in the West we'll put capitalism in it and we'll make it seem like it's all fun and games, like you get to have choices and options and it's such a thrill ride to have your own capitalist adventure. But that's not really how it works for all of us. What it actually does is stomps out our inner child. All three of these cards were reversed this morning, by the way. All of them in this spread. This is three masculine building foundational energies, all in reverse, because something's happening right now in the world where we're all waking up to how horrific, and I can't even say the patriarchy because it's not just that, it's the whole, yes, since patriarchal societies have taken over and been prevalent, we've seen what we've seen, the corporate, the capitalism, the domineering, the people taking over, and all of that stuff. The swing to complete matriarchy isn't necessarily the right answer because what we have now is a completely wounded masculine. We have everything in reverse. We have men who aren't men, who are boys, who need their wives or mothers to literally do everything for them. Can't even look behind something in the fridge for something else. Can't think about asking a question to anyone else but their spouse. They just can't do. And this isn't even like, it's not, I don't know what it is. It's conditioned helplessness within men because we've all been told and shown and forced and coerced into believing that like Big Brother has this structure. And if you just follow the plan, nothing will be left undone. But the whole time, Big Brother's been missing all of the feminine aspects of the structure, like nurture and gentleness and waiting cycles and knowing that you can't just keep producing all of the time. There's actually a season for production, and then there's a season for rest, and then there's a season for germination and deterioration. It's actually all cyclical, and even though men like to trick themselves into thinking that everything is evergreen and that there's no like finite amount of, there is. Too much sun, as everyone tells us for sunscreen purposes, will burn you right out, right? So too much sun, which is also productivity, which is also energy output, which is also like constantly doing and producing and building and moving forward and putting on top of and putting on top of, when you never have rest in that cycle, this tree loses all of its vitality, becomes brittle, and then gets knocked down in the next lightning storm that comes around. And right now we're in a lightning storm. The air quotes masculine perception of the world, and I say that air quotes masculine because it's not a healthy masculine. It's the shitty masculine that's been prevalent. It's the shitty masculine that says, well, I'm bigger and stronger, so I must be right. No, bigger and stronger doesn't mean you're more intelligent, doesn't mean you're considerate, and that's the biggest problem that's missing in this three male archetypes reversed spread. There's a lack of consideration. What's at the end of this roller coaster? Has anyone checked on the integrity of this wood in a long, long time? Are there seatbelts on? Why the fuck is there a horse and a child in that seat? Has anyone checked for safety? In this one, where are we paying attention to all of the things happening around? This reminds me of like New York City and the scaffolding and the whole entire like empire of businesses that has been built out of that, and safety of New Yorkers has completely been sacrificed. Like, who cares about aesthetics or safety or health or any of those things? Like, there's an entire empire or business here that's being successful. Who cares about the things that aren't? It's like we've completely ignored the shadow in lieu of the money. This looks like a penny right here. It's like good old Honest Abe told us, if we focus on this way where we make sure that everyone follows the same rigid, ridiculous standards that we set, and if you can't meet them or if you don't want to meet them, we'll tell you in the land of the home and the free that you're really so free that you could just get the fuck out of this country, or you could get arrested and get incarnated into our prison system for, an undefined amount of time. I digress. The whole point of this spread with the three masculines, the three father archetypes in reverse, is calling to power in each of us the healthy masculine. What is the healthy masculine? The healthy masculine is the one that shows up and says, I'm important. Oh, but hey, you're all important too. It's a leader. It's a father. It's the one that, it is the support. If all of the world is the stage and the characters are merely players, the father archetype is the stage. The masculine archetype is the one that does do the building. They should do the security checks. They should. And I'm not saying men should. I'm saying each and every individual, whether we're non-gender identifying at all, there's a masculine active force within us that does the things like provide, create structure. Like when you all of a sudden realize your life is out of sorts, whether you're a male, female, unidentified, whatever the case is, one of the first things that you're going to do is grieve. You're going to think through your thoughts and you're going to feel your feelings. That's a combo masculine, feminine thing. One of the next things you're going to do is start to try to reach for some structure. That's the masculine. The first thing, generally, and the first thing, it is the first card in this deck, by the way, the mother, and then this father is the second, because everything comes from the black hole of nothingness that is the womb, that is the mother, and the father comes next. Creating some sort of physical structure, physical vessel, physical holding. And right now, the masculine all across the board in this entire world and paradigm of life we're living isn't holding jack shit besides their own dicks in their hands most of the time. And excuse my vulgarity, go ahead and unsubscribe, hop off my channel, write some hate comments if you hate it. I don't really care, because all of this needs to be said. We're sitting around thinking about how to please ourselves, masculine, wounded masculine, all of us, while the feminine in us suffers. Because the masculine doesn't know what step to come next, because we've become so fucking dependent on Big Brother telling us. Cut down the Christmas trees instead of letting them grow. Play into capitalism. It'll be so much fun for you. The sun will come out tomorrow. Don't worry, there's a trickle-down effect. All of these ridiculous lies that we've been fed about who's going to care for us, who's going to provide. And it's taken the power to provide out of our own individual hands. We don't even know how to help ourselves anymore. Self-help is like a $1 trillion industry because we don't know what we're doing. We're so out of touch with the child within us, and we're so out of touch with the future that we want to be building. It's like we're here, standing here stoically as a tree, and we think that that's great. No, we're not. Stoicism is for a time when everything else is fine. It's not for now. It's not for just turning a blind eye and pretending that nothing is going wrong. So here's in my personal life what I'm doing. I realized as a mother of 2 children, one with special needs, I'm in a relationship where I don't get prioritized by my partner or the 2 children. Whether that's by, children are children and he only knows what he knows. And this isn't a man-hating thing at all. It's not a husband-hating thing. It's just simply stating the facts. I've investigated the reasons as to why my life feels off the rails right now. And the vast majority of the reason is that I don't have any sunlight on me, on my ego, on my personality, on who I am, on what I want, and or also my basic needs for life. Vitality, food, feeding myself regularly, being able to sleep regularly, having time to actually enjoy myself, leisure, relax, all of those things. All I'm doing all of the time is this. Work, 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 work. And since I don't feel like I have collaborative partners in this work, I'm doing it all by myself. So there is no community. And I've been feeling so frustrated like that. Like what's going wrong? Nothing's going wrong. I'm being given an opportunity to raise myself up. To recognize that the masculine in me, just like it is in everyone else in this society by and large, is weak. It's weak. And what I need to do is center myself. Center myself. And this wasn't my initial original concept. Some person on Facebook that I saw had mentioned this the other day, and I've been really sinking into it lately. It's been really marinating inside of my being, and it makes so much sense because it's the way I've viewed things for quite some time. As I suggested earlier, the feminine is this black hole of swirling energy that you don't know what's going to come from it. It's movement in potential form. And the masculine gives that a stage to dance on. It gives it a structure. Likewise, sometimes the feminine is a hurricane a hurricane, a portal, a circle, swirling. And the masculine is that column of stillness, centering the feminine. This is how all of those ideas and emotions that are being felt, had, held, moved, touched, loved, embraced, experienced, are grounded into the body. And without both components, we're either left being a swirling, whirling hurricane or a stoic, useless nothing. And again, this isn't about men and women. This is about all of us. When I lean too far into my feminine, I am chaos. I want to care about all of the things, and I want to give it all my best effort, and I want to nurture everything, and I can't. I don't have the space for that many seeds unless someone's helping me nurture the soil. Nurture the soil. I'll be the water, you be the fire, and we can make things grow. But if we don't have both, if both are weak, if the feminine in me doesn't know how to ask for the structure that I want, doesn't know how to identify what's the missing piece, can't speak up and say, I'm missing my joy, then this tree falls. And if one tree falls, the whole entire forest falls. Because I'm telling you, if the feminine in us goes numb, disassociates, dies out, kills itself because we're sick of the pain, no one wins. This masculine doesn't even know it's killing itself. It doesn't even know, and if it does, it doesn't care. But I truthfully feel like we just haven't recognized it yet. And that's what this spread is about. Recognizing the masculine energy within us, where it is weak, what we need to do to restructure. And this could be everything from like making sure you're drinking enough water in a day, to what are the nutrients, like what is the vitality you're putting in? What does the building blocks of your day look like? What do you do in the morning? Do you pray? Do you get in touch with yourself? This is to me too, right? I've been telling myself I want to stretch in the morning for a while. I haven't been doing it because I've been making everyone else a priority. And it's enough. It's not their fault. It's my fault that I gave them that. But it's this society's fault that told me that I should be like that. So I'm not messed up or wrong or bad. I've been wounded by this wounded masculine because hurt people hurt people. So we're living in a society of people that are continuously being hurt by the wounded masculine, whether that's actual physical assault or that's just, and I can't even say just, so let me revoke that. I'm not going to edit it out, but I'm going to importantly say it's not just emotional abuse, mental abuse, gaslighting, manipulating, the narcissism. And again, this isn't about men versus women. This is about the wounded masculine that says, I must produce, I must do, I must keep going until I break down. There is no stops. And also, I don't have to worry about that because someone else is doing it. No, you do have to worry about it. You're the one that's worrying about it. If you're not worrying about it in your life, if you're not planning for it, because no one even wants the masculine to worry. The masculine should not worry. The feminine should have the thought, the concern, the worry, and the masculine within us should say, let's collaborate to provide a structure to alleviate that worry. Let's put in a system. Let's put in a belief. Let's put in a something so you can lay your head down at night and not be worrying. Let's worry about it. What's the problem? Where are we missing the fun? Which part of us has gone unalive? And how do we work together to collaboratively bring that back, heal that, nurture that? By the way, all of this, so you've got a 3 already at the get, then you've got the 2 with the father, and this 19 breaks down to a 20, which breaks down to a 3. So you've got a 3, and a 2. So this is 8. This is the infinite loop and cycle of what we do. We exchange hands. We see it here in a super crappy, fractalized way in the politics here in the West, where we change hands from the left wing to the right wing, left to right, as if it makes a difference. And we do it so quickly that no change can be made, and we do it so dramatically and on such a corrupt, ridiculous platform that, maybe that's a terrible example, but the example is that we go through cycles. Sometimes we lean way too far into the masculine, the wounded masculine. Then sometimes we lean way too far into the masculinized feminine, which is, I think, what we're doing right now. We're trying to take all the masculine principles that we've learned about, like forcing our way, coercing, and making things happen, and we're trying to apply them to bringing more nurture and love and harmony back into the world. And that's not a good collaboration, you know? Like, we haven't figured out the energies yet, and we can't change it until we figure out the energies. And the way that we do that is by seeing these archetypes in us, in our lives. Again, I need to restructure my mornings, which is part of what I'm doing right now. This is my morning day one, where I got up much earlier than the kids so I can actually have some time to myself. I'm tired. I'd rather still be sleeping, kind of, but not really, because I know that my end goal game is to have a life that I love living, and that requires me time. And if I don't schedule that me time, if I don't provide that masculine structure for myself, I don't get it, and then I don't have fun. So for me, I need to prioritize my time in the morning so that I can also then prioritize being a joyful mother to my children. I want us to all be growing in the forest, getting enough sun. No one should have to miss out, myself included, all the women, all the mothers included, you know? So if you feel your wounded masculine reacting to this video, good. I hope that they hear the following message truthfully and with love. I love you so much, I refuse to let you fail me anymore. That's my message to my masculine. I know you are so capable, and I know that the world's got you all fucked up, but here I am, the very strong feminine that I am, desperately wanting to be soft and nurturing, so I'm going to make headway and do that with you. You have gotten us through all of the hardest things in our entire life, and it is not time to give up and fail now. I need you to provide me with a structure and with a commitment to myself. I am the most important person in my life, and I need you to uphold that with all of my decision making. And in exchange, I'm yours. All of my creative energy, all of my nurture, all of my softness, it gets to come back to us. But right now it's in hiding because it doesn't trust that it's safe in you. It's just going to waste. So show it that it's not wasted, that there's a stage that you are creating, that you are maintaining, that you are providing for me to dance. Because I want to fucking dance. I want to enjoy. I want to laugh. I don't want to worry anymore. And no outside person, husband, father, brother, sister, wife, mother, any person, government, religious institution, educational institution, blah, 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 can swoop in and give you what you're not giving to yourself. You have to figure out what it is that you're missing within you. And that sucks, and it's hard, and also, oh well. This is what separates the men from the boys, literally. And that's not, that's a good thing that comes from the masculine in society. There ought to be, like there are in many cultures, a coming of age where we celebrate you're no longer a boy and now you're a man, and actually this is also what that requires of you, not just that's what this entitles you to. All we get in this society is entitlement. Oh, you're a man, so now you're entitled to lottery tickets and cigarettes and whatever is gonna, allow you to numb yourself out. Instead of, now you're a man and now you're responsible for this, being this in your community, being this in your life, being this as the general energy in the world. Again, not a man versus woman thing, for all of us thing. And I think that concludes my rant and ramble. So I hope this doesn't fall on deaf ears. I hope it finds who it's meant to inspire, because it certainly came from my passionate heart and it was meant for someone. Because I'm a channel. And so if this channel found you, please do subscribe, like the video, share it with others. And I look forward to harmonizing and building this community that desperately needs and wants to be built with you. Take care.